Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Thinking in Dota 2. We will be leveraging our strategic knowledge because tactically we are not the best. We are definitely not the best players. There are others out there who can react faster, who can execute their plans better. However, we will try to win from a strategic standpoint, and at the same time we'll try to observe everything that's going on around us. We'll try to pull all the knowledge in and extract knowledge. We are aiming for improvement, so I will be playing I will try and I would explain my thought process for my main decisions in the game. And sometimes when in the heat of the battle, obviously I would focus on dealing with a particular situation accordingly. And when the game slows down or I have more time, I will obviously come back to certain situations and plays and explain how I see them and explain how I leverage them towards gaining an advantage for myself and for my team. It's really exciting to play against a Legion commander simply because it can be countered in so many ways. And at the same time, okay, I do not particularly agree with this. It might be okay. So Slark was one of the let's say one of the counters for Legion Commander. Now I won't pick. I would wait for my opponent to pick, and then I intend to pick Monkey King, simply because I don't understand this. Insta pick. So Void Spirit. I'm not sure whether he has a particular add-on to counter my hero immediately as it sees it or not. However, there's no point in complaining over spilt milk. I just don't understand how he can instantly pick his hero once he sees mine. And probably this is a good counter to Monkey King. So I'm guessing he has mods to counter my hero mid. That is absolutely fine. We are going to try to obviously make the best out of a difficult situation, and we shall see how this game plays out. Always go with Jingu Mastery first. It's the main spell that counters Legion Commander, and I'm going to predict the victory simply because, as you guys know, we are definitely trying to win. That's our main purpose. Or even if we are not, we are going to try to extract the knowledge from every piece of information and every piece of action that is going on in this game. It's always fun to play with this. I don't have a key assigned to it. It used to be C. However, I assign C to this neutral item slot. I don't use it most of the time. However, it is a good tool for disjointing attacks. Well, that was that. We actually managed to get our objective fulfilled, and I will be muting my whole team simply because, from my experience, this is the best way to approach the game. Now, this particular Spirit is annoying, I would assume. Must be overpowered. It's a new hero. I think he has some teleport abilities, teleport in and out of the battle. Not sure exactly what his spells do, but I believe it's some sort of turret spell. And then teleport spell, basically a relatively strong melee fighter with high mana pool. However, I might be mistaken. Let me know if I've mistaken. I would actually check a detailed description of this hero. So we don't know this hero very well. It's a relatively new hero. Obviously, we don't play this game that often. We kind of know what it does, more or less, based on the fact that he's melee, he's intelligence, and we observe his abilities as we play him. So, yeah, we will learn, and afterwards, we will gather the necessary information to fill that knowledge gap. We will read the description of the hero's abilities, so we understand how to better counter it in the future. Okay, always level the passive, especially with a, let's say, rusty player as myself. Okay, some last hitting show off there. Well, you can show off as much as you want, but you have to get the last hit. It's a good courier kill from my teammate. Was worth it there. Okay, now I don't know what that does. Guess it slows me. It gives him some bonus. Probably if he hits a lot of heroes with that ability, then I should probably run fast and run far. Now I see my teammate approaching. Okay, he can teleport out of the battle. This is, I guess, a good tool versus my teammate who can block you with his spell, with his Fisher. Okay, time for my boots and time for another word and some extra consumables and useful items all around. Okay, I'm going to miss this rune. He's going to get it instead. An illusion rune, not that bad, to be honest. Could have been worse. Will ward for myself, even if my team does not. However, I feel that I shouldn't be the one buying wards. However, observability is there to help anyone, as I always say. Everybody, including yourself, including your team. So if they don't, definitely buy the wards. Optimally, in a perfect world, other people will buy it and you will be able to focus on your item progression and on ganking. Now, don't want to let him get that particular rune again. Don't want him to be able to regen that much, especially since he did go for bottle. I should take one rune myself. And I feel that I should be more aggressive. With my passive, so as my passive attacks stack onto my target, after my 4th stack, I do gain a lot of bonuses versus that particular target. Okay. 2 players mid. I do have Chikiro mid. Well, that's unfortunate, but we almost had him. Probably I should have ulted, but again, he can get away from my ult with his sidestep. Okay, so apparently, if you do stay close to his illusion, you get stunned. Okay. See, so I should probably stay away from his illusion. Okay, he's expecting me, obviously. That's not going to work. I'm just... Okay, I see that he has a ward here. Well, too bad that Bloodseeker is not level 6. Or is he? Oh, he is. Why didn't he ult? He could have dealt a lot of damage. Well, that was unfortunate. That hero seems to have a very efficient escape mechanism. He can even tank, apparently, Bloodseeker's ult. Well, apparently, they could have played a bit better, I feel. Again. Could we get some wards, please? That particular hero can escape so many attacks, I feel. We do need a lot of lockdown against that hero. Well, not much we can do. Especially with Jakiro camping middle. I can't be too aggressive. I could put a stack or two on top of him. Okay.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. I'm under attack.
3 mid. I'm just baiting at this point. Not sure whether the fight would be perfect here or not for us. Okay, that is interesting to say the least.
Ready for anything. Nice view.
I'm offering vision for my team.
Don't crush me. When I'm ready, I'm ready.
Oh god, not sure what I should be doing here. I was really hoping that my fight would happen in my ultimate, which obviously did not. And I was kind of lost there, not knowing what to do. Well, probably should have waited a bit more. Should have waited for a more reliable stun before I went for my ultimate. I think that that would be a sneaky play. Time only proved me wrong. Again, I had the right idea, trying to be sneaky about my ultimate and then jump in together with my illusions. However, that didn't happen, obviously. Now, I'm not sure what my opponent is being... I mean, I understand that he's quite a tanky hero, and this is more or less what he should be doing. However, now, in terms of attack speed, or I would say attack speed, simply because I might be ulted by this Legion Commander, and I do want to be able to, obviously, exchange hits with him. Okay. Not sure where they are. Okay, that particular. Ah. Well, that was silly play from my side, to be honest. There was no reason for me to go that deep. They cut my tree and they absolutely destroyed me. Sorry, my bad. Well, at least they lost a lot of time to kill 2 units. And at the same time, we got the middle tower, which is an important objective, more or less. Not sure now. Let's have a look. Where should coming for rune or not? Not a problem. I do want to stop him inside my ult, because this can translate into a middle tower. I was under the impression that our whole team is here and getting 1 kill would allow us to convert this middle tower into reality, right? Show what is going on there. Okay, that was a nice finishing touch. Not sure what is going on the other side. Oh, I guess a slug for a tank is not that bad of a deal.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Either way, I should be finishing my Oblivion Staff anytime soon. It's actually towards our advantage, because we are aggressively farming, therefore we are limiting their access to resources. However, farming in our own jungle, obviously we are farming half the resources available on the map. They have accesses to have the resources. Whether if we farm aggressively, let's say we farm half of their half map, that's a quarter of a map. Therefore, they farm a quarter of their map, and when they are about to farm the other quarter, we can retreat into our jungle and farm safely. Now, this is particularly useful on Monkey King. Gives me more vision and also a bit of how's it called? This one, a bit of lifesteal. A lapsus there. Not sure what this particular bristleback is doing. Okay. Help, guys! Okay, that was not too bad of a fight. I managed to stay alive thanks to my Earth Shaker. And then I managed to stun. Again, once I stunned, I healed up simply because my Jingu Mastery gave me lifesteal, right? So that's one of the reasons I picked Monkey King versus the Legion Commander. It's quite a comfortable, I would say, comfortable counter to Legion Commander. You don't particularly need to do anything other than, obviously, convince somehow through your positioning for the Legion Commander to attack you, right? Let's see what's going on. There is a fight top. Not sure whether we should follow up or not. Does not seem like a good idea. And I was trying to do fancy plays, which backfired. We should go back. Lost fight already. Okay, somehow we got a kill out of all that. Probably I should join my team. Try to help them. Okay. Apparently, somehow, some way, probably it's this Bristleback. He is having a good game. Yeah, he's definitely having a good game. And he can tank a lot. That's why I probably was a bit quick leaving that fight. I saw my mistake. I went back in. However, I should assess the situation a bit better, especially since we are ahead. I should have manned up and I should have stayed in that fight. Probably we would have gotten the kills a bit faster, therefore reducing our, let's say, our damage and increasing the damage we dealt to them. Was a poor judgment from my side. Now, all we need to do at this point is not lose our advantage. If everybody is pushing, I should be here with the team. Again, I should be looking for opportunities to cast my ult in a manner that is not what is going on here. In a manner that is not easily cancelled. It's obviously easier said than done. Okay, there's Slap. Not sure whether we should be pushing without Roshan. We are a bit ahead, of course, but not sure whether this would be enough or not. We do have the Bristleback, who is having a good time. He is ahead compared to other enemies and also teammates. Okay, I feel that this can be a bit better. Okay, now I need to scoot on out of here. No, that's not going to happen, it seems. Okay, that was interesting. Again, all my opponents were at the edge of my ult. My ult was not doing much for the most part. I feel that my teammates were trying to run away rather than hide in my ult. So I'm not sure whether that was, I mean, obviously I'm not making up excuses for myself, but it would have been better for them to come back into the ult rather than run towards the edges of my ult, therefore saving the enemies. Also, I was pushed around a bit there, which is unfortunate. Well, we live to fight another day. We were 4 versus 5, so that was strategically the wrong decision to make. I should have probably, I mean, obviously I can't bring the 5th player into the fight. That was interesting. There was no reason, no benefit for him doing that. I don't see any benefit for him. It would have helped me, however, he is basically now wasting this particular rune. We shall see if this particular fight will result in. I don't understand why people are fighting there. I don't know. I'm not there basically, and I'm not going to go. It's just too far. I mean, I'm going to go now. Yeah, I'm going to finally go now. Maybe it's a bit too late. Ah, that was just a tiny second too late. Okay. I made a mistake. They were right to fight. I was wrong. I was in the wrong. Not a problem. I will pay more attention to that. To be fair, they were fighting in the jungle, far away from villages, therefore difficult to reinforce for the enemy team. From this perspective of mobility, we were quite even. It was a relatively appropriate place for a fight. However, here, I don't fully agree to that. We are... What is this going on? Okay, I'm going to... Again, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to hurry up to cast my ult. I'm going to wait for a proper fight to start. Actually, if you think about it, I should wait for the Legion Commander to cast his ult. After he casts his ult, I can safely assume that the fight is going to take place there. For example, here, that was a relatively okay ult. Because I saw at least two of their heroes jumping in. Also, this particular slug used his escape mechanism offensively. Therefore, the probability of him getting away and not staying in the fight was quite low. Therefore, statistically speaking, there was a high chance for the fight to take place there and then. Therefore, me casting my ult, it was a good choice. And that particular fight, at that particular moment, got us 2 sets of racks, therefore a high reward attached to not necessarily my decision making, but our team's decision making. So, okay, that is a bit weird that we're fighting there in all those spells. I don't particularly agree. Again, I'm helping now my teammate. And you can see what my passive can do. So if I have a Legion Commander staying still and fighting, my hero benefits from a prolonged fight. I gain actually a lot of Okay, not a good idea to be fighting there. Didn't cast my ult simply because there were a lot of spells. I didn't think it would be a fight in our favor. I did want our team to get away from those spells, right? I was expecting high mobility from my team, therefore I didn't cast anything. Now I expect high mobility from the enemy team. Don't think we have anything to stop them. And there isn't any particular sign that the fight will basically be static at that location. Therefore, I'm not casting my ult. So it's all about these decisions, which can ultimately lead to winning or losing a fight. Now, depending how close that fight is to the enemy base, depending how many heroes are engaged in that fight, one could say, now look, I'm kind of forcing them now to fight simply because, okay, can you, why? Because I stunned one, and then I cast my ult. So if they want to save their teammate, they would have to go on me, right? Because their teammate is stunned. Also, my teammates were coming. So it was a bit of it was more of an aggressive ult. Obviously, normally in that situation, you would only expect to get 1 or 2 kills. You wouldn't expect to get too many kills, simply because you are planning to, I mean, you would basically force the enemy team to make a bad play or retreat. So most of the cases they retreat, therefore you can't get that many kills. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it. Monkey King middle.